Get ready to dive into the heart of education and adventure with the Educational Insights with RGCGISD, hosted by Mr. Adolfo Peña Jr., Superintendent of Schools. From academics to extracurricular thrills, we are your ticket to the pulse of our educational community. Students, parents, and educators, hold on tight. The journey starts now.
This morning we have the mighty Gators in the house. We'll be having our podcast today. So welcome, Coach Gonzalez, to be here with us today. Could you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and the experience that you have in education?
Sure, Mr. Pena, thank you for having us today. We're excited to be here. Obviously, we had a big win last week, so a lot of excitement going around at the Swamp. So the Gators are rolling and then getting ready for our game this coming week. A little bit about myself. Graduated Grande High School in '99, proud class in 1999, and went on to Texas A&M Kingsville. Continued to play football over there. Had a lot of team and personal success when I was there. Got into the coaching business in 2004. Got my first job at Pierce Memorial. Then after a few seasons, came back home to Rio Grande City, where I coached here at Rio Grande City. And then when Gria High School opened in 2010, I was blessed with the opportunity to become the head coach there, and I've been there ever since and loving every moment of it.
Great. Well, congratulations, and thank you for all those years of experience here with us, with our district,
Yes,
and
sir.
providing the education and experiences of a lifetime to our students.
Without a doubt.
So thank you.
Yes.
Once again, congratulations on that huge win last week. We were there, and the excitement, and you all came through, man. So wow, that was amazing. So congratulations, coach and students, on that huge victory. Can you share some insights into your team's preparation leading to that huge win?
Yeah, I thought we had a bye the week before, so we had just played Orange Grove on the road. We were a little undermanned. We had some kids out. But everyone has kids out at this time. It's a rough and tough sport with you have to have physical kids and mentally tough kids, and sometimes you're gonna have injuries and guys are gonna be out. So we had some kids out, but we played extremely well in Orange Grove. So we came off the field feeling real good about ourselves, even though it was a loss on the scoreboard. Like I told the kids, it doesn't feel like one. I think we played real well against a real tough team, and it kind of catapulted us into that off week, that bye week. We were able to get healthy. We started to zone in on Bishop. We knew that we're going to have a tough team coming into to the Swamp, and we're going to have a tough battle. And so our kids were laser focused, and I rely on these. These are two of the kids that I rely on both sides of the ball. Raul Galvan, number 20, defensive end, senior captain, who's here with us today, and also my quarterback, Victor Hernandez, number 8, also senior. So they control the both sides of the ball, defense and offense, and they're both on special teams. And so I rely on the senior leadership, and that's something that I've seen this year with these kids being able to really keep themselves accountable. They're being able to bounce back after adversity. That's the key in life, being able to bounce back after adversity, because you're going to get knocked down. You got to be able to get right back up and have a great mindset. So I thought our week of preparation was great. It was a Thursday football game, so it was going to be a quick week right before we played them. But our kids were prepared all the way around. I thought we were physical up front. I thought we kind of took the fight to them and came out with a big victory. So. When you're in a smaller district like the way we're in a smaller district with a 4-teamer, everyone's jockeying for positioning. Everyone's trying to jock for that district title. So that's our plan. That's our goal every year, to put ourselves in position to win a district title and make a playoff run. And we've done it at Gria High School. We've been blessed to do that, to bring a district title to our high school, and to bring by-district titles to our high school. And we're trying to do that again. But again, we can't look too far ahead. It's 1 week at a time, and I thought our preparation was great. I gotta give a lot of kudos to my coaches, to my players for having them, their minds right. Our coaches for getting our kids prepared, and then at the end of the day, you got to go out there and execute. And our kids did what they had to do to get that big win.
Yeah, no, congratulations.
Thank you.
So a leading question to that: how do you maintain the team's focus and motivation as they continue in the season?
It's. Football is a tough sport, and I played for a long time, and it's, as much as you love it, sometimes it's a grind, it's a grind. But you have to have your mind in the right space. You have to keep the main thing, and attack each day like it's its own season. So we attack Monday like it's its own season. We're trying to go 1-0 on Monday, and then 1-0 on Tuesday. Focus like that. And by the time game time's here, you put in the preparation. You have your mind right. Your focus. You know what to do. And that's our part as coaches to make sure our kids know what to do. If our kids know what to do, they're going to play free. They're going to play fast. They're going to play physical, and we're going to be ready to win. So, we that's what we do. We make sure that we go in there with the right mindset. These kids have been out here on the field since July 31st. We're in the middle of October. We're still grinding. But again, that big win last week, man, just makes the school feel awesome, makes the practices feel awesome, and we just we're gonna ride that momentum, and that's what we're gonna do. And we have a big one tomorrow night. So we're refocusing. We've been refocused. I mean, we celebrated that win that day, and then Friday we're getting ready for Raymondville. And that's what you kind of have to do. You let these kids, like I tell them, enjoy the win. We'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow, and then we're about to put this in the library, and then we're gonna go out for the next one. So, tomorrow night another physical team that we're gonna face, but we feel we're physical, and we're excited about tomorrow.
Great, and best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Let me focus now some questions to our students. At what age did you start to have the interest in football and start to have that, love for the sport?
I started when I was 6 years old. I asked my mom if I could join the sport, and she was iffy about it at first because of all the injuries and stuff that could happen to you, but I just kept begging to just let me join the sport. And since then, I just tried on the helmet and just love that feeling. And ever since then, every single year, I just joined the sport.
Great.
I didn't really know what football was till I was in 6th grade. I started searching up highlights in my computer class in the middle school, and so I wanted to give it a try in 7th grade. I fell in love with it, and I never looked back ever since.
Great. So how does it?
Did you all ever attend a football game, or did you all come to these varsity games?
Growing up, my cousin was quarterback, JT. So.
He's a 2-year starter, 3-year varsity kid.
So I would just go every Friday night lights and go out there and watch him do his thing, and it would just get me excited thinking about one day doing it myself.
Wow.
Awesome. Very good. How does it feel to play varsity and play under the Friday night lights?
It's amazing, man. Every single day we just look at it, and you're just there looking at the crowd, and it just feels amazing. Ever since middle school, you would go to the games, and you just see you'd be there in the stands, seeing all the players, and it's just an amazing feeling when you're there.
Truly surreal coming out of the tunnel, seeing the fans there in the stadium. It's just a different type of feeling every Friday night. Going out there under the lights it's a pretty great experience.
I think with Friday Night Lights is special. It's special, and especially in Texas, right? And then especially here in the Valley, where there's so much love and support for your community, that you back up the local football team, right? So whether you're here in Rio supporting the Rattlers, or our community in La Gria, like supporting the Gators, it's just a different feeling. And then like varsity lights, you could play in the JV, you could play in middle school, and it's all awesome. But there's so much pageantry that goes into a Friday Night Light game, with the lights and the cameras and the band and the cheerleaders and the drill team and the RTC, and then the visiting opponents and their crowd. And I mean, it's just a real feeling, Friday Night Lights. That's something that, as a kid myself growing up, I lived right behind the stadium, so I used to go to every single Rattler game back in the early 90s and late 80s. And so I couldn't wait to go to Friday Night Lights, But once you're a player on the field, and I think these guys can attest to that, is just it's all everything else that the hype right before that you just feel the energy, and there's really nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
Awesome. Very good. So congratulations once again to all of you.
Thank you.
Any last comments, gentlemen, that you'd like to let your fans or your classmates out at Gria country?
I just want to thank them for the support. The community is extremely loving. Going out there and supporting us every Friday night, Thursday night. you know, they really help us out every single game. And just thank you and go Gators.
Sir, I got nothing.
So another question on Friday Night Lights. How does it feel to be quarterback and making those last-minute decisions, last-second decisions?
Obviously, there's some pressure that comes to that, but I love it personally. Going back to last year, I played linebacker as well. I had to do the same thing on the other side of the ball. So it wasn't something that I was particularly not used to. But just going out there and trusting your guys that they're going to make plays, execute the right way. So it's a pretty great feeling to have command of the offense.
Great answer.
How about Raul? How about you on defense?
It's a great feeling just there, giving the guys, telling them what to do, especially in those tight games when it's defense on the side of the ball. We're just trying to stop the offense. It's just a great feeling.
Awesome. Yeah.
On behalf of our school board of trustees and our whole entire district, Coach Gonzalez, we want to congratulate you for making the Hall of Fame in your college.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pena. I mean, it's just it's a huge honor for, like I've said before, just not for me personally, but really to my teammates and my family, my community. You know, I'm going in, but I feel like a lot of people are going in with me. You know, so it's really a great, you know. It's gonna be surreal when I get up there and go through that moment with my wife and my kids, to be around to see that. You know, they weren't around when I was playing, and I guess they've been able to read and hear stories about their dad and their husband, but they're gonna be able to go out there and experience some of the things that I did, you know, back in the day. So I really appreciate obviously everybody here in the school district for all the love and support in our community around here. Back then we were one high school. I had teammates from Gria, you know, teammates from Rio, teammates from everywhere. And just for me to be a part of that is obviously special. And again, but there's a lot of people that contributed to my success, and I got to thank them also.
Well, Rio Grande City Gria ISD would like to wish both teams best of luck as they continue in their season. We want to thank our coaches and our players, you know, for everything that they do, for bringing the pride and joy of our community, and making our high schools so exciting. Because, Coach, you just mentioned, you know, when you have a winning season, wow, everything runs so smoothly at a high school. The momentum,
the administration loves that. I can say that much. I think kids behave a little better when we're winning on the field. So. A quick shout out to our volleyball team, doing awesome right now. You know, our cross country team's doing awesome right now. Our band has Pixie coming up, so a lot of excitement going on in Gria High School. Our communities, like the boys mentioned earlier, just total support and love for our kids. You know, so we really appreciate them. We appreciate our administration at the local level there at the high school, all the support they give us. You know, so. It's an exciting time, and we're excited for tomorrow night, and let's get it on.
Yes, and it's very true, Coach. You know, it's not only our athletes that are out there playing, but the whole community of the high school.
Everybody.
You know, you have your bands, your cheerleaders, your drill team, your student council, all supporting you all and working together as a family, and that's what high school's all about.
That's what it's about. You're right. You know, and I feel like. Our kids, you know, we're a tight knit. You know, it's a tight knit area. Like our kids, I don't know if you guys have been able to see it, but after football games, our cheerleaders kind of lead us in football cheerleaders, and I think even the drills in there. Like they do a gator chomp, you know, at the end. It's kind of something that they've started on their own, you know. So that's been pretty cool to see, you know, after the games, and you know, so that they're all friends. They all kind of mesh together, volleyball and everybody, you know, and. It's a smaller environment, but it's a family environment, you know. So it's we're proud of all our entities in this high school, and you know, like I said, fall, Friday Night Lights, all that, Thursday night football, that stuff. It's good, it's awesome, and I hope to see you know, our community out here tomorrow night. Come support us, and you know, I think the Rattlers play on Friday. Go out there and support them. You know, we're one family. We're pushing in the same direction. 2 teams, 1 family. I know we said that before. So best of luck to the Rattlers going forward. Best of luck to our boys going forward, and let's go get them.
Yes, sir. And that hype, at both high schools, I've been blessed to be, well, your principals when you all were freshmen. So I was there with you and all the hype. And so I was also blessed to be the high school principal in Rio Grande City High School, too. So having those experiences and being with you all, coaches, it's awesome. So we want to thank you all and congratulate you all for the, huge wins and continue your success as we continue. Like you mentioned, both bands made Division One at Pigskin. Both bands have advanced to area, so we're truly blessed. That all this is happening at the high schools, and you all support each other, which is very true. We're one family, with our common goal, and y'all are reaching high levels of success. So we wish you continued success, and we thank you for everything that you do every single day. It
Thank
doesn't
you.
go unnoticed.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
This morning, we have the pleasure of having our Rio Grande City High School coach and some players from the mighty Rattlers. So it's a huge honor to have you all present here in our studio today, and we welcome you. Coach Lozano, how many years have you been with our district?
Well, I'm going on my 37th year. I got here back in 88, 86, 87, and I've coached at every level, actually. I started out with Coach Villegas back in 87, and I coached at the 7th grade level, 8th grade level, freshman, each and every single levels. And I've been fortunate, I've been asked many times, other job offerings, but I could never leave Rio Grande. It kind of grew on me. I'm not from here. I'm actually from the valley or Hardian area, Rio Hondo, and Rio Grande really grew on me. So it's a special place, and I'm real honored and glad to be here. And also, I want to thank you guys for inviting us today.
Yes, sir. Well, on behalf of our School Board of Trustees and Central Office Administration, sir, we want to thank you for all those years that you've given our community and our students here in Rio Grande. So it's indeed been a pleasure. How many years have you been a head coach?
Head coach, first time around, it was 5 years, and then I'm on my second tour now, going on my third year, so total 8 years, and I was the offensive coordinator with Jorge Peña back in the 90s for about 10 years, so it's head coach-wise, going on my 8th year.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you for all those years, sir. All right, would you like to introduce your players?
Absolutely. Right across me is Edgar Torres. Edgar Torres is a multitasker, he's our quick tackle, and he'll play strong end, guard also. He's a 3-year starter. He started as a sophomore, and he's done a real good job for us, and I'm very proud of Edgar. Okay, next to Edgar, we have Royal Rodriguez. He's a multitasker. He has played quarterback for us, receiver, outside backer, free safety, and he comes from great genes, I know that I coached his uncle back in the 90s, Noe Gonzalez, who was a 3-time Atalia Risher back in the mid-90s or 94, yeah. So, and I'm very proud again to have Royal also. Next to me, we have Chris Morales. He's our strong tackle, a 2-year starter, and Chris is a very hard worker, very respectful. Every day, pretty much, when he leaves, and it's good to see you, sir. Or so very respectful, and a kind-hearted kid, and hard worker. So again, I'm proud to have these guys here with me, and again, thank you for the invite.
Yeah. I want to congratulate you, men, because not only do you represent Rio Grande City High School, but you also represent a whole city, our whole district throughout, right? So we know it's a lot of hard work, effort. Especially here in Stark County, the summer months are horrible, even this past year in the hundreds, and you all were out there dedicated, very passionate about what you do. And then hearing the coach talk about you, how you've grown into young men and being very respectful, politeful, it's not only about football, it's not only about athletics, right? It's not only about academics, but it's about, growing young men and women in our district. Because you are our future. You will be the ones taking over in the next few years, as you continue your education. And that's something that we hope that we've provided you here in Rio Grande City, Gria ISD, is a strong foundation, academically, but also in your extracurricular activities. And, I know that through your experiences that you'll be talking about today, that, we'll get to hear from you. What has motivated you as a young man out there in education, in our school system, and where you are today, representing Friday Night Lights, our district, our mighty Rattlers. So thank you all, for everything that you do for your school, for your community, for everyone. It does not go unnoticed. Let's go ahead and start with a question for Coach Lozano. First of all, Coach, congratulations on that awesome and huge win last week. So we congratulate each and every one of you. Can you share some of your insights, Coach, to the team's preparation and leading up to that huge win last week?
Well, we've been talking about the Palmview game, and then we have Nicky Roll coming up, and then Memorial all season long, and during also the off season. These are teams that are pretty much that we must beat in order to make the playoffs, because we are in a tough district. We got PSJ North, okay, went 4 rounds deep last year, and then we have Edinburgh Vita, went 3 rounds deep. Mackay went 3 rounds deep. So it's a tough district. So the teams that we must beat, okay, Palmview, we did, and then we have Nicky coming up, which I think we match up pretty evenly, and also with Memorial. But as far as the preparation, we watch a lot of film with the kids, and we do chalk talk, and then our coaches individually, through social media, they meet with the kids and go over plays. And one thing that I really do emphasize, kids, every day in practice, bring the effort and the attitude. Those are 2 things that they can control, okay? Other than that, we will supply everything else, but bring the effort and attitude, and we're going to do well.
Very good. Well, congratulations once again, Coach.
Yes, sir.
How do you plan to maintain the team's effort and drive and focus at this game this coming Friday?
Again, it's an important game, okay? Every game is important. But our motivation is to make the state playoffs, We talk about it all the time, okay? All the time as far as making the state playoffs, working hard, being mentally tough, and that's our motivation right now. We won our second district game, and we got 2 more that we will win. So our motivation is state playoffs, and just bring the effort and the attitude, and we'll get it done.
Awesome. Well, best of luck, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Let me focus now on our students. At what age, gentlemen, did you start thinking and having interest for the love of football?
You go first.
I started when I was in 7th grade and 8th grade. My friend here, Edgar, every day he was telling me, hey, join football. And once I tried it, like in the first week, I fell in love with the sport. And from there on, every year I wanted to join football, and that was possible.
Awesome. And what are you this year, Mijo? What classification?
I'm a offensive tackle, offensive lineman.
Okay. And are you a junior?
I'm a senior.
Senior already. Wow. Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, all these guys are seniors, and again, I'm very proud of these guys. We do ask a lot from these kids because we're on the field at 7 o'clock, so our kids are in the dress room by 6:15, 6:30. It's pretty early, and we're doing that to avoid the heat. You got to make sacrifices in football. You got to make sacrifices, and that's one sacrifice that they do make. As far as I encourage them to go to bed early. Do your studies, whatever, and then go to bed early, and then so we can get up, and be motivated the next day.
Yeah, very good. A lot of sacrifices, right, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Edgar, would you like to, let us know when your love of football started?
I started watching football around 9 years old, and I didn't get into football until I was in 7th grade, and ever since, it's been amazing playing football. It's been amazing.
Awesome. Rolando?
Well, I kind of have been playing football my whole life. I really started playing when I was about 6 years old. I didn't really start with Rio. I had started playing in Roma. My dad was a coach for a while. He was my coach for a while, and I used to travel everywhere. I used to go to McAllen. I used to go to Edinburgh. We would go pretty far, even afar. So I really grew up around football. My family's all sporty. My uncles played football. I have cousins that play football. My dad played football. So I'm just around sports all the time. I just fell in love with sport. So
Awesome.
that's how it went.
Great experiences.
Yeah, very good experiences.
How does it feel to make it to varsity, or when you made it to varsity, and playing under the Friday Night Lights?
Well, it is dream country, like I said, I grew up watching my cousin Noe play. He was a quarterback in Rio. I think he was 15. 2015, he was the quarterback, and just watching him play and making some big plays, and kind of grew up saying, "Hey, I want to be like him." So, yeah,
Actually, I was his high school principal, so those were awesome, sensational times. They made it 2-3 deep in the playoffs, so
he's pretty good.
they were awesome players.
Yeah. Well, I kind of grew up and said, "No, I want to be like him, play like him, do as much as I can, maybe even be better than him." So his body. So yeah, that's how it went.
His uncle, again, I think I already mentioned, Noe Gonzalez. He played in the 94, and he was small, but, you know, strong and quick. Short, yeah, but he
About 5'2".
He was a player. And again, he rushed for 1,000 yards his sophomore, junior, and senior year. And at that time, our district, we only had one preseason game. And McAllen only had 2 schools. La Jolla had 1 school. Mission had 1 school. Far had 2 schools. So it was a very, very competitive district, tough district, man. And he rushed for 1,000 yards each and every year.
Hey, coach, I'm better than both of them, coach.
Okay.
All right. That goes.
Anyone else that would like to share their experience under the Friday Night Lights?
Well, it feels amazing playing every Friday night in front of everybody in the whole city. And it's a dream come true. When I was in elementary, I would see players playing every night and in front of everybody. It was amazing, and I always want to be one of them, like playing in that field. And now is the time, and I really love it.
So let me ask you all another question. So when you're on the field, Friday Night Lights, and the tension's going, and your coaches are giving you the codes and the clues, and you know, is your focus on that next play, or do you hear the fans and the cheerleaders cheering you all on? What is the feeling during that time?
Actually, I never pay attention to the crowd or the fans. I only focus on the play. Like I forget that there's a lot of people like behind us and looking at us. I only focus on that play and to get on the line and execute that play.
Good answer.
Very good. All right. Well, we're getting towards the end of our podcast. Any last comments for your fans out there in our community?
Well, I really want to thank the fans of Rio Grande City for the high school football. We really appreciate their support, and my family, they've been supporting me since day one. I really love them, and God bless everybody from Rio Grande.
Yeah, of course, what Chris said, I got to thank the fans. They've been with us through the tough times. Well, on our highs and lows, they've been with us, so thank the fans and my family, obviously, love all of them. That's pretty much it, and go Rio.
All right. Very good.
Coach, anything at the end?
Yeah, I thank the parents again, because our kids are in school early by 6 o'clock, 6:15, and we have parents that are transporting the kids. And Rio is a football town, man. It's a football town that when you start winning, people get behind you. So again, thank the fans, of course, the administration, our principal, and everybody, for our support. Very
good. Well, we wish you continued success throughout the season. Go Gators and go Rattlers.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Thank you very much.